back with another North Side narrative with Rob from the North Side. Last video I said I gotta start doing intros and shit. I see other people doing intros. I gotta do a motherfucking intro. At least that's how I feel. So we back here on a decent day in Milwaukee. Got the Surron out. Finna take this motherfucker around maybe for like an hour, hour and a half. Nothing special. I really ain't got shit to say or no specific topics. I do got like some shit I guess that I can speak on. But pretty much this is just a free ride, man. I'm just gonna ride around and, you know, say whatever comes to mind. I don't have no direction. I don't have no I'm going here or I'm going there. I'm just getting out just to ride, man. Just to, you know, get outside. I just got back from Atlanta. It's beautiful out there. And I've been in the house for 2 days. So I'm like, you know what, man? I kind of want to get out on a bike and shit. And, you know what I mean? If nothing else, man, just grab some little footage to do some voiceovers. And if I'm going to get some footage to do some voiceovers, I might as well, you know, take a little ride and talk some shit real quick. So, that's where I'm at with this right now. I did a check. I said I was gonna start doing checks to make sure everything is straight. I did a check already off camera, but we'll do it again. All the bolts is tight. It's the charged up 100%. Phone is charged. I got gloves. I got helmet. I got a new mic connected, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't see it in there. But it's a new fuzzy fucking thing that's supposed to help keep out even more wind sound. So I connected that because the last video I still kind of wasn't satisfied with how much I can hear the wind. I got my book bag. I got chargers. I got every fucking thing I need. Everything is everything. Again, no specific shit. I'm just gonna get out here and ride. Make sure that y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good shit, man. I'm just a nigga out here trying to do some positive shit, ride around the city, not be in trouble, not fuck around with the police, just, you know what I mean, just trying to get out here and do some different shit. So, I'm just gonna ride and talk my shit. Alright. So let's get this shit on the road, man. So, first things first, addressing the elephant in the room. My motherfucking Bucks lost. We lost yesterday to the Indiana Pacers, and I am just fucking distraught about that. I do find solemn in knowing, however, that it was mostly because fucking injuries that we couldn't make a deep run into the playoffs. We lost Dame, man, and Dame is a big piece. So, you know, shit happens. The season is over. We'll try again next year. I am tired of the fucking Giannis leaving Milwaukee talk, though. I will say that. It's like they want Giannis to leave Milwaukee, even though he continuously say he not leaving Milwaukee. I don't know what the fuck that's about. I guess they just want him to go to a big market. But man, it's small market time, man. Y'all see what Cleveland out there doing? And before you get to talking about Cleveland, the big market, man, Cleveland is fucking another Milwaukee. And they got damn near all the tools to win the championship right now. So, and you got shit like Memphis. Or no, Memphis out too. Okay, but you got Minnesota. You know, those are small markets too, man, but you know, they want Giannis to get the fuck up out of here. I don't think Giannis going nowhere. He's made it clear numerous times that he wants to stay with the Bucks. At this point, man, Giannis is Milwaukee. So, you know, hopefully he stays with us and we continue to build around him. We had a good run, man. I wish we wasn't first round exits, but it is what the fuck it is. So, you know, we'll come back next year stronger, better. This park line right here, y'all, if you ain't from here, this park line, one of our low income Section 8 projects. If you've seen one project, you've seen them all. This is just one of our many. But yeah, man. The year's a wrap. I'm done with basketball for the year. Fuck the whole entire NBA. I don't want to see none of that shit no more. Dame got hurt. Giannis got into it with motherfuckers' daddies and shit. It was a wild one, to say the least. We'll be back next year, man. It is what it is. Shout out to all the other teams. You know what? Fuck them other teams too. Ain't no shout out to them. I don't fuck with them. So, took the weekend to go to Atlanta. And it was beautiful out there, man. I had a good time. It was good for my mental. It was good for my energy. It was good for me overall, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't like I did nothing special or extravagant, or it wasn't even the reason I went. I went on a humbug, and I don't regret it, man. That shit was exactly what I needed without actually knowing that it was exactly what I needed. Went out there, did some sightseeing, ate some food, enjoyed the weather, met some people, got to know a person, and that shit was nice. I ain't gonna lie. I'm actually thinking about moving out there towards the end of the year, figuring out some court issues first, and then moving out there is a big possibility. And it has nothing to even do with the court issues. That's gonna be a big possibility with or without the court issues. Georgia is seeming like it's gonna be a second home for sure. Still waiting to see on that, but I got high hopes. We will see. Besides that, today I got some topics that I wrote down. The last video, I fucked up. I didn't even touch on every single topic I was supposed to. And then I did have some people comment on them, but I deleted the footage. And it was just a total clusterfuck. I'm gonna assume that I'm not gonna get nobody to answer these questions. But I'm gonna at least answer them. I'm gonna at least answer the questions, because it gives me something to talk about while I ride the bike and show y'all Milwaukee. So I'm gonna answer this shit at least at the very minimal. No destination, just gonna ride. Really ain't got nowhere to be. Just enjoying the weather. And here in Milwaukee, it's not even 60 degrees. But to us, when it's sunny and it ain't snow outside, that's enjoying the weather. Them some nice cars, man. Nice trucks. Nice vehicles. Yeah, so when the sun is out and it ain't no snow, that gives you a reason to enjoy the weather in Milwaukee. So we're on Capitol right now, going down Cap. Tap Drive. We're gonna answer some fucking questions. Whether I run into people or not, that's yet to be seen. Either way, you're gonna get my opinion. He looked confused as fuck on why I'm on the sidewalk. I know, bro, I know. I ain't supposed to be on the sidewalk. Alright. Let's see if I can look at my phone real quick. Get one of these questions or these topics. The way I did it was topics. So let's see if I can. Alright. So the topic today is gonna be toxic or just real. So basically, the conversation over that is gonna be, can toxic be real or is it just toxic? And the reasons why we like toxic shit and accept it. So, the first question surrounding that is, why do people stay with someone toxic? Alright, and I can touch on that because not only have my most recent relationship been toxic, but damn near every single relationship I've ever been involved in has been toxic. Not damn near. 100% of my relationships have been toxic. I have never had a healthy relationship. I have never been a part of a healthy relationship. I have had healthy moments in relationships, and that's typically my honeymoon phase. You know, when you just first meeting somebody and y'all like each other and you're getting to know them and everything is fucking nice and beautiful. And maybe even in between those times where, you know, you making up with somebody, y'all might have had an argument and now y'all getting back cool or call yourself trying to fix it, you know, healthy moments. But I've never had a full-on healthy relationship. So my thoughts is on why people stay with someone who's toxic is this: you are what you attract. I've learned that. You are exactly what you attract. And if you are dealing with someone toxic, the chances is that you are toxic yourself. I've learned these things because during my relationships, I have attracted toxic women. I've attracted alcoholic women. I have attracted slutty women, promiscuous women, loose women. And after doing some soul searching and some self-evaluation, I have realized that I myself hold a lot of those traits. I have been an alcoholic. I have been toxic. I have been a hoe. I have been loose. I have been a liar. I have been a manipulator. I have been all of the things that I have attracted. And that's why those things have came with my partners. Me and my partners have been one and the same. So, I believe, hey, this is 19th and Nash. It's a historic block in Milwaukee. It's where a lot of people have got indicted for drug dealing and gang activity. It's not that way no more, but it was notorious for drug dealing and having big drug dealers be here. But yeah, so in closing to that, I feel like if you continue to attract toxic people, alcoholic people, abusive people, then more than likely you have some of those similar traits in you. Maybe not all of those traits, but similar traits. And then there can also be a lack of love. If you keep dating people who abuse you physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, then maybe you need to step back and ask yourself, do you even love yourself? Because you can't love yourself and then continue to let someone hurt you. Those two things don't go together. So, it can be one of those two things. You are attracting what you are, or you just don't love yourself. Maybe those are some things you need to look at and get some self-evaluation about yourself and address those issues that you have. Just my thoughts. I ain't always right. I'm gonna be wrong. I've been wrong and I'm gonna be wrong again. That's my theory on the shit. Go down here. I'll stop at one of these hood spots real quick just to show y'all. Here in Milwaukee, we big on like corner store food and shit like that. I'm gonna say just corner store food, but like local neighborhood spots. Yeah. Right there is Crazy Nachos. And you know, a lot of people will argue you down about them having some of the best nachos in the city. I wouldn't be one of those people, but here on Keith and on the north side of the city, this is a place where you go in all around from this ghetto. I don't know if you could tell if you're not from here, but we are kind of in the middle of the hood. So everywhere around here, north, east, west, south, in this neighborhood, probably stop in here and get their nachos and shit like that. That's what they do. So if you ever come down here, be careful. But this is a spot where you can come get you some nachos from, and I think they got subs in here too. And they might take quests if it ain't hot food. You know, this ain't my ghetto, so don't quote me on that. But they might take food stamps. So, you know, check them out. All right. Before I pull off, next question was, is love without struggle even real these days? And I believe what I meant when I wrote that down was this. It seemed like in today's dating scene or love, relationships, seem like it all comes with a struggle. And when I say struggle, I don't mean the struggle of, you know, normal healthy relationships. You might have struggle of, you know, arguments, disagreements, keeping the romance alive, keeping the sexual tension alive, you know, normal relationship struggles. You might have those. I believe our relationships is going to continue with those. You're not always going to agree with your partner. You're going to have debates. You might not like certain family members in your partner's family. You might like different sports teams. Sometimes the sex might get stagnant, and you might gotta find that romance. You know, those are normal struggles in relationships. But I believe where I'm getting at is the struggles of infidelity, the struggles of lying, the struggles of abuse, the struggles of toxicity, the struggles of exes, the baby mama, baby daddies. You know, is love possible these days without those struggles? And honestly, I don't fucking know. Because it just seemed like, realistically, a relationship these days are gonna come with all of those. No one seems like they're over their ex. Seems like there's always a back and forth, or an old person that's in the picture, ex or a baby mama or a baby daddy or an old friend. It seems like everyone's always spinning the block. And it seems like what tends to happen is when you meet somebody, you're really just having your turn until they go back into what they know. You know what I mean? It's like, you might just be dealing with this person until they ex act right. Or until they baby mama or baby daddy come back around. Meanwhile, you done got your feelings involved and you like this person, but secretly, they just waiting on the person that they want to act right. Now that seems like a common thing that you're probably gonna be facing, unfortunately. That doesn't seem like something that just is isolated with one person or two people or this person or that person. It seems like that's a common theme in dating. Lying seems like a common theme in dating. Most dates or relationships these days stem from social media. And we all know social media is a lie. the men get on social media and they got nice cars and they flashing money and they a good father. But then you realize that these men are abusive to their baby mamas. They owe money on child support. They scamming. None of that money is really theirs. You know what I mean? You find out that they live in couch to couch. They got that car because of a scam or a fucking settlement. That designer is all they got to their name. And that they really ain't living the life that they portray on the internet. And it's similar with these women. You get these women and they baddies on the internet. They drop dead gorgeous. They got fat asses and their body is all in the right places. And then you meet them and you find out it was a waist trainer. And that they ain't shit without a filter. And that Snapchat is the reason why they look that good. And makeup. And that their long hair really ain't theirs. That these bitches go to the same barber as you. She got a Caesar cut or a low fade. You know? So I think that lying is out there too. You know, everyone tell you that they faithful and that you can trust them. And that they not like everybody else. And then you find out later on that these motherfuckers is exactly like everybody else. They exactly like your ex. They exactly like your baby daddy or your baby mama. That these motherfuckers is no different than anyone you've ever dated. So, I don't know if that struggle is just isolated either. I think we all go through that shit too. Unfortunately. Where else can I go with this? The struggles, man. Relationships. Then you got infidelity, and I think that goes into what I was saying, you know? Everybody is spinning the block with their exes or their kids' other parent. You know, so that seems like a common struggle that everyone is gonna face because no one can stop doubling back. Everyone is constantly going back to their ex. And I think that that's just something you deal with. So it seems like maybe the shit isn't without struggle. Maybe this is just how dating is in 2025. Maybe love just ain't like out there no more. Or trustworthy love, or however you want to fucking paint it, I'm not for sure. Look at me. That's what I look like, y'all. See that? But yeah. Maybe love just comes with struggle in general, man. And not the normal struggle like I mentioned. Maybe all of this lying, this cheating, this false image just seem like that's what this shit come with now. You know what I mean? It seems like all of this shit is fake. Seem like dating might not even be worth dating no more, man. It's one of those, what can you trust, who can you trust scenarios. Because all this shit seem like a scam. All this shit seem like catfish. And I don't mean to be pessimistic with relationships, but hey, that's just my theory on the shit. My theory is ain't nobody who they claim to be. Everybody cheating. Everybody lying. Everybody image is fake. You know? That'll be my synopsis on this. What up, school? Alright. So the last question to that is, can a toxic person be your soulmate? Woo! That kind of hit home a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I kind of recently just got out of a toxic relationship. Big toxic relationship. And honestly, I kind of thought that person was my soulmate. But I don't know, I got a different perspective on that now. After 106 days being sober, probably 90 days or so of getting out of that relationship, I don't know. I feel like your soulmate can't be toxic. Because who the fuck wants a toxic person as their soulmate? What type of weird shit is that? Well, I don't know, because now that I'm saying it out loud, what if you are just a toxic person? What if you are a toxic person and that's just how you maneuver through life? Thus, your soulmate isn't like a toxic person. That's like who you supposed to be with, because that's your energy and that's what you got going on. So I don't know, maybe it could be. Maybe a toxic person could be your soulmate if you a piece of shit of a person and you just like toxic shit going on. Then I guess this is also Marquette University, y'all. Then I guess you could essentially have a toxic soulmate, but I don't know, my perception of soulmate has to be like somebody that is good for you, and somebody that's good for you, and somebody that completes you, and somebody that's healthy for you. So that's how I kinda picture a soulmate being. And I don't know if that could be a toxic person, because toxicity ain't good for nobody. That shit ain't healthy at all. Shit is literally the opposite of being healthy. So I don't know, I don't think so. But then again, if you a piece of shit, I guess that could be for you. That could be your thing. That could be your person, I guess. So I'm on the fence about that, because that's a confusing thing. But I think for me, I've always been toxic. I've always been a fucked up person in relationship. I've always cheated. I've always lied. I've always been abusive. So I've always attracted that. But that's never been good for me. That's never been healthy for me. And that's why I've never had a good or healthy relationship. And I don't want to play victim. So, I've never been good to people, unfortunately. And I do feel bad about that. I feel like I've ruined some good women, and some women have ruined a good version of me. But that's because we were all toxic. Now that I am trying to come out of my toxic era, I believe that my soulmate is out there somewhere. Although I'm not looking for a relationship whatsoever, that is not what I'm interested in. But I'm going to say that my soulmate probably out there somewhere. It damn sure ain't in Milwaukee. I can tell you that. And wherever she at, she for damn sure ain't got 3 kids. I can tell you that. And I can tell you for she damn sure ain't no alcoholic. I can tell you that. But, you know, I think my soulmate friend is out there. That's what I'm interested in right now. Is possibly finding a woman that can be my friend before anything. I'm interested in that. I'm interested in having, you know, a best friend as a woman. Someone who I can confide in. Someone who I can trust. Someone who I can vent to. Someone that creates a safe space for me. Someone who's not just looking for some dick. Someone who wants to hear me out and understand me. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm interested in right now. And, you know, I'm hoping that I do eventually find that, because I'm not looking for that permanent unless it's a friendship. I'm just looking for somebody who want to get to know me and understand me. All right, let me get off that shit, man. So now I'm finna start getting into that. So I answered all of those questions. Hopefully the wind is doing good. Hopefully the mic is doing good. Because this would just be another issue that I'm having. I did all my checks. I did the fucking intro. I did the random just driving, going around the city. I did everything I said I needed to do. I didn't get nobody to answer questions, but the ride is not over with. Hopefully I still run into somebody who will answer some questions. If not, I still was able to give my answers, and hopefully that's good enough. So, you know, hopefully this is something that I can upload and it went flawlessly. I don't know. Gotta get back home and see. But I'm hoping that's the case. That's still yet to be found out. All of these places I went to are kind of the ghettos. I haven't went to no decent neighborhoods yet. I do plan on getting around to all of that. I talked about my books. Talked about the topic. Told y'all a little bit about my relationship history. Talked about my sobriety. No? So, a few different things that I done said. So, I think that that's pretty good. Yeah. So, with all that being said, I think I feel comfortable with giving my outro. You know, I gave a small glimpse, not much, into a few Milwaukee neighborhoods. We're still waiting for summer to actually hit, where I can start showing some shit and talking to more people, where more people is outside. Do not get this confused with Milwaukee being boring or no one being outside. Like I mentioned, bro, it's not even 60 degrees out here. My hands is actually cold right now. I think it's a Wednesday, and it's like 1 in the afternoon. People are at work. People are at school. You know, this isn't summer yet. So prime time for me to be doing this is summer, which is the plan. And then, you know, you got more people out and about, more people outside, more people being active, more events. You got Summer Fest, State Fair, Bastille Days, Afro Fest, Italian Fest, Greek Fest, Jazz in the Park, bars, clubs, etc., etc. You got all types of shit going on. So you just gotta, even this shit be cracking, you know, during the summer. So you just gotta, oh shit. You just gotta stay in there with me, cause more content is coming. And with the season changing and getting hotter, there will be more stuff going on and more things to visually see. So if I find some people that end up answering some questions, I'll clip it in. If not, this is gonna be the outro. I appreciate y'all watching. I hope that you like, comment, share, subscribe to the Northside Narrative. You know, this Rob from the Northside. I hope that y'all keep rocking with me on this fucking journey, because I'm trying to stay out of jail. I'm trying to stay out of trouble. I'm trying to stay out of the street nigga lifestyle. And I'm just trying to do some shit to better my life overall, man. And I don't know how this works, but I'm guessing the more people tune in to me, the more chances I got of being financially stable and being able, you know, to do better things with my life and make better decisions. So, you know, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me and supporting me, because this shit bigger than me just being on a bike on YouTube. Shit bigger than that. At least for me. This me trying to get the fuck out of the ghetto. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, appreciate y'all. Make sure you lock in with me for the next episode. I'm out.